In any kind of academic writing, paragraphing is of the utmost importance. So far in this course, we have learned how to produce new sentences. We began with using verbs, then built up to clauses, and finally the different types of sentence. Once you can produce a sentence, the next step towards a full essay is linking sentences together into paragraphs. Although the overall structure of an essay for IELTS writing task 1 and 2 is quite different, the internal structure of a paragraph is quite similar. This is true across most types of writing, from essay to article to letter. Generally speaking, a paragraph is a group of sentences centered on one idea. Before writing any sort of essay, you should plan what you will write. However, this doesn't merely extend to paragraph topics. You should make notes on what each paragraph includes, and look at how you will structure the paragraph internally. This will stop you from breaking the cardinal rule of paragraphing. One paragraph, one idea. Like an essay, a paragraph needs a beginning, middle, and end. More specifically, it needs a topic sentence, which is a very general sentence at the beginning of the paragraph explaining the main idea. Supporting sentences. This is a number of sentences which support the topic sentence. They can provide details or examples to support the main idea. And a concluding sentence. One final sentence to summarize and possibly further connect the topic and supporting sentences. The topic sentence is usually the first in a paragraph, and it will present the main idea in general or vague terms. It could be as simple as, a lot of people enjoy classical music. It should not contain any specific information, and rather than a definite number, you might want to say words like several or many. This is the meat of the paragraph, and it provides all the necessary detail to support the ideas expressed in the topic sentence. These will include evidence, explanation, examples. They may involve facts, figures, opinions, or particular details. They may tell a story, connect ideas, or express degrees of importance. Following on from our previous example topic sentence, I might say, in fact, songs classified as classical music were downloaded over 20 million times on Spotify last month. In this final sentence, you need to restate the main idea without repeating any part of the paragraph. You will want to allude to or reference ideas from the supporting sentences while paraphrasing your topic sentence. An example, continuing from our previous ones, it is clear then that classical music enjoys a high degree of popularity. When planning an IELTS essay, or any other kind of essay, you should plan out each paragraph in advance so that you know what you need to say and avoid going off topic. Let's say we have a task 2 question about conservation, and we decide to talk about tigers. Our plan for one body paragraph might simply look like this. Main idea. Tigers are endangered because of people. We want to support this with 3 examples: agriculture, Chinese medicine, and logging. This would give us a paragraph much like the following. Although they are beloved by many, tigers face many dangers that are driving them to extinction. All across Asia, their natural environment is being destroyed by the expansion of agriculture as the human population continues to grow. They are being hunted and sold for Chinese medicine. Logging is another big problem as we cut down the forests where they used to live. For these reasons, it is clear that humans are causing tigers to become increasingly endangered. It's not bad, but in IELTS a candidate should strive for the best possible score, and so they should try to give a more developed paragraph on this topic. We could easily expand this further to make a more complex paragraph. To begin with, we could write a plan like this. About the first section, agriculture, we could say why it's expanding, how it's damaging, and give an example. Similarly, for Chinese medicine, we could say why it's used, how it's damaging the tiger population, and give details, and for logging, we can do much the same. This would give us a longer, more in-depth paragraph, as we can see here. Although they are beloved by many, tigers face many dangers that are driving them to extinction. All across Asia, their natural environment is being destroyed by the expansion of agriculture as the human population continues to grow. As jungles are cut down for farmland, tigers lose their home and often starve to death. In China, over the past 40 years, 99% of the tiger's forest habitat has been destroyed for this reason. They are also being hunted and sold for Chinese medicine. Poachers kill tigers and sell their body parts on the black market, where wealthy Chinese will pay vast sums of money for them. This multi-million-dollar trade has decimated the tiger population of Southeast Asia. Logging is another big problem, as we cut down the forests where they used to live. This pushes tigers into conflict with human settlements as resources become scarce. When this happens, the tiger is usually killed. For these reasons, it is clear that humans are causing tigers to become increasingly endangered. In the above paragraph, all the supporting sentences build upon the topic sentence, and the concluding sentence refers to the supporting sentences and the topic sentence without repeating anything. This is called unity, and it is extremely important. If you feel your paragraph will grow too long, you should reduce the number of points in your argument. It is better to expand upon one or 2 points than to end up listing many without development. The worst thing, however, would be to run out of time while writing. If you have read the marking criteria for IELTS writing, and I recommend you do, you may have noticed that 25% of your score comes from coherence and cohesion. But what does that actually mean? When writing paragraphs, it is important to maintain coherence. This means that the writing should flow logically at a paragraph level. In our plan above, we ensured that each point was expanded upon logically. There are no gaps or sudden jumps in thought. The reader is led through the text sequentially without any surprises. It is not confusing to read, and each fact is explained or exemplified. Cohesion refers to the linking of ideas at a sentence level, i.e., the use of transitional words and phrases. The most basic ones are ones like first, next, and finally. There are various kinds of transition phrases, and these can help you to explain order, importance, or relationship between ideas. These are used more frequently in writing than speaking, and more frequently in formal writing than informal. A reasonable number of transitional phrases will make your writing appear more academic, although don't go overboard or it sounds unnatural and odd. Try to make use of some common linking phrases like meanwhile, however, and therefore. Correctly used, these can help you join your ideas together. However, pay attention to the rules of punctuation we discussed in the clauses section of this book. I hope that this course has been helpful for you. It contains the most important advice regarding basic grammar for IELTS. Of course, not everything can be included in one short course, but it is enough to get you through the exam. For more complex explanations of grammatical issues, you should consult more detailed sources. It is also vital that you prepare by practicing regularly. Have English-speaking friends and teachers look at your work, And remember to ask them about anything new you have learned. It can be easy to develop mistakes in your writing without noticing. After finishing this course, you should look at other people's writing more critically. Ask yourself why certain words go together, or why a particular structure has been applied to a piece of writing. In this way, you can begin to learn more effectively. Handbooks and textbooks can only provide you with the basics. Real-world experience will push you towards excellence. I wish you all the best of luck with your IELTS exam. Remember to practice often, seek help from others, and most importantly, don't be nervous. Success rewards effort, and those who prepare adequately will invariably triumph.